A bright, sunny good morning to you all. My name is Sherry Minnie. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator living in the beautiful state of Colorado. And today we are having summer. We've been cool and rainy for quite some time and kind of cloudy and overcast, thinking maybe we've moved to the northwest. But anyway, today sun is out and it's going to be warm, and per Colorado, we go from one extreme to the other, and now we're going to have a week of extremely warm weather, so I guess our summer is here. Anyway, I'm so glad you could join me today. We're going to do a card using some of our new products, one of our new in colors, and new paper and everything like that. So I made it into a happy birthday card, and as you'll see on the stamp set, you could make it into just about anything. And I just used my main focus is the beautiful designer series paper, and I also did another treatment. So this one is kind of with a square layout. I still used the bow and everything, and then I did one that I actually kind of like better, but I had already cut the paper for this square version, and this is using one of our new bundles with ovals and everything in it, and I kind of like this. I like the shape, and it shows a little bit more of the paper. So this is probably the card that we'll be doing in our June classes. We can change up the sentiment, but I think this is the one I'm going to cut for us to make for our June class. So here are the products we're using, and again, I'm not using any one bundle, just a little bit of each. So this is the stamp set, and here's where I got the happy birthday. This is just a straight stamp set. It does not come as a bundle, but as you can see, it's got love, thank, and thinking, and then you've got to, you, and of. So you could do thinking of you, love to you, lots of different combinations. I did the happy birthday to you. Then for the inside greeting, I chose a greeting from the Coneflower Celebrations. This is another bundle. There's a beautiful die set, and we will be making a card with this. And I chose to use It's Your Day, but you could also do a happy belated birthday, which I really need to make a couple of those. And then for the dies, oh, and I didn't bring the right, yes I did, for the one I'm doing. Sorry, I forgot I'm doing this square technique, and actually I ended up not using this. I was going to use these frames, which are really very nice, but they are so large that they covered up the whole piece of the designer series paper, and I didn't like that. So I ended up just cutting, I think I cut the small one. Let's see, what one did I cut? Yeah. So I used this die. Let me show you real quick. Like when you cut it out, you actually get two separate frames, a large one and a smaller one. And I think I used, I don't know, maybe I didn't even do that. No, I guess I didn't. I just cut it. But anyway, as you can see, if I'd used the small one, it covered up the whole piece of the designer paper, and I did not want to do that. So I didn't use it, but I am going to find something to use it on, because I do like this, being able to cut out two frames at one time. So I wouldn't have needed to bring this over, but I got to show you it anyway. Let me put this away so I don't lose it. We're using two ink colors today. The new ink color that we're featuring is the Strawberry Slush, and I do really like that one. And then on the inside, for the To You, we're using the Secret Sea. This is a dark color, but it's not as harsh as black, so I like that also. And for our embellishments, we are using the 2025 to 2027 in color flat pearls, and it has all the in colors in here. It's very pretty. And we are also going to use something I forgot, so I'll run and get it real quick. And we are also using the Strawberry Slush ribbon. This is called, what is this called? Faux linen ribbon. It's very nice, kind of sheer and not too hard to tie a bow in, so I'll be using that. And I think that's it for our cards. So in our packet, we will have our envelope as always. We have a thick, basic white card base. This is, I always have to think about this, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. You'd think as many cards as I do, that would be second nature, but I always have to think about it. We're going to have a piece of Strawberry Slush. This one is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. That's our layering. We have a piece of designer series paper. This is 4 by 5 1/4. This particular paper is called, let me see if I can get it right. Florals in Bloom, and it does have a direction to it, so you have to pay attention to that when you're cutting your paper. You'll also have another piece of strawberry slush. This one measures 4.5 by 2 3/4. You'll have a piece of designer series paper for the back of your envelope and a couple of pieces for the envelope and the inside of your card. And then you have a little piece of basic white to do your stamping on. And this one measures, golly, I've lost all my 2 5/8 by 4 3/8. And sorry about the 8s, but that's just the way it worked out. So to get started with, I think we'll get our stamping out of the way. We'll be doing some on the inside of our card and some on for the front. And I am going to use my pad, my spongy pad here, because this big happy birthday stamp is quite large. And I have had a little bit of trouble getting it to stamp in the middle, so I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on it, which I normally wouldn't do, but I think until it gets used a few times, it's just going to be a little bit difficult to get it to ink up the way I want. So we will ink this up. And I'm clanking on the table. I did not make it last week for the video as I had hoped to do. We have Vacation Bible School at our church, and I'm in part of the kitchen team, and we fed snacks to about 100 kids every day, and we fed 175 plus people for lunch on Fridays. So it was a tiring, exhausting day. So I've stamped this, and I'm putting a little extra pressure, especially in the middle. This seems to be where the stamp doesn't want to really stamp the way I want it to. Oh, perfect, good. Whew. I didn't want to have to do that over. And then I'm going to, well, I've got that ink out, I think I'll do the inside. Now this one I didn't necessarily have to do the pad, but it's always a good idea when you're doing. And I'm going to stamp it over it a little bit because I've got the designer series paper going on the side. There we go. Let me see, did I stamp this one in with the, no, I used this Secret C on this one. But you can use whichever one you want. Looks nice no matter what. All right, now we're going to take this happy birthday back. We're going to close up our strawberry slush. And we're going to open up our Secret C. And we are going to try our very best to stamp the 2U as straight as we possibly can. No guarantees this morning. Oh, not too bad. So there's that. And see, it's a nice dark color, but it's not super harsh. And I think very minimal stamping, which is good. So I do like to stamp, but it does take more time. And so it's nice when you can not have a whole lot to do, especially on a video. So now I'm going to take my designer series paper, and I'm going to put this on the front of my strawberry slush, and I'm going to use my liquid glue to do that with. It's a brand new bottle, so I have to be careful because I'll have it gushing out everywhere if I'm not careful. I like to always make sure I got it in the corners because I don't like my corners to come popping up. And this is a teeny, tiny, tiny border. That's another reason I'm using the liquid glue, because it gives me a little wiggle room if I need it, which I usually do. Okay. Hope you're all enjoying your summer so far, and that you've had summer wherever you were at. Okay, now we're going to take our ribbon and we're going to put this, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yes, we're going to put this on around the edges of our base. And I'm going to Just put a little bit of adhesive on the corners where I want it. And then I'm going to get my scissors out. And I'm going to take this and wrap it around. I like to have mine tight. It's just the way I am. Trim that off. Oh my goodness, I thought I had a little bow in here, but I guess I don't. Do I? Oh, I do. We do have a little bow I didn't show you in your packet, but we won't use that until the end. So then I'm going to just take this, and actually I'm going to use my green cat glue again because we don't have a whole lot of room. Pardon me. Allergy season is still flourishing in my head. Do y'all have any big plans for the summer? Big trips or anything? We're very much, at least my husband is for sure, stay-at-home people. We don't go many places, and we have no plans to go anywhere this summer. So hang around the house, and he loves to do his farming and play with his tractors. Although he's working, he's not playing, but he has his toys that he thoroughly enjoys, and it's keeping him young and very active for an 82-year-old guy. So no complaints on this from this department. Okay, now we're going to take our strawberry slush piece, and we're just going to put that on top of the ribbon. Kind of centering it as very best we can. Top to bottom, side to side, as straight as your eye lets you do things. Mine doesn't always let me do things straight like I want to. Okay, now our happy birthday stamped piece we're actually going to put on with dimensionals. I think I have some. I actually have some pieces I need to finish, so we'll do that. And that one is all used up, which is good. And as you all know, if you watched any of my videos, sorry, you know that I'm not afraid to use my dimensionals. I don't like my things to get crushed too much in the mail, and this way, if I support them really well, they'll stay fairly good. Certainly this many are not necessary, but I've got them, so I use them. Now I need to find, I keep forgetting to bring my pokey tool over here, so we'll just use our fingers once again. Not my preferred method, but it's okay. It seems like no matter how many pokey tools I have, paper piercers, whatever you guys like to call them, I have many, and they're always in the wrong room. I take them out of one room and don't bring them back, and that's my own fault. So that is like that, and then we're going to take this, and we're going to center this on this, and again, it's pretty small. There we go. There's your happy birthday. Okay. Now, let's see. We're going to do these little embellishments before I forget. And this will be fun because I don't have my pokey tool. But we'll try a lot of demonstrators use their scissors. I'm not real good at that. There are 3 sizes on here. And I used one of each size, and I kind of did them in a little, my usual triangle situation. Okay. And now we're going to put on our little bow. trim the edges as best I can. Okay. And I'm going to pull out a glue dot. And stick it right up here in the corner. I kind of liked it up there. Okay, so that's our card. Well, real quick, well, actually not quite. I need to put this on the inside with a little bit of glue. I always think it's important that you decorate the inside along with your stamping. I like to leave a little white border there. It just kind of sets the paper off a little bit. And we'll just trim this. And then we'll only do our envelope and we'll be all done. Okay, here's my envelope. And this is going to go on the outside of our envelope, and hopefully it's long enough. Oh, just long enough. Perfect. I'm not going to take the time to do the flap. We've done that enough, and you all know I just have a little piece of designer series paper, and I will just glue it on here and make our envelope look like the one that I did for the sample. Okay, so here we go. Here is our one that I did as a sample. Another one with a little bit of design, different design, and the one that we just finished on the video. So again, I want to thank each and every one of you that choose to watch my video, whether it be in the daytime or the evening. May God bless each and every one of you, and I'll hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.